Brian Collins. He's the Chief Creative Officer and the co-founder of Collins. He's one of 5 people who have received this award, the American Master Design.
The 3 things we work with are familiarity, which is constancy, surprise, which is about novelty and always being original and always being on the frontier, and context, which is when and where are you familiar and when and where are you surprising. You have to be open to every input and every possible comment that someone can make. Look, I'm really, really grateful for not only the clients that we get to work with, but also the fact that people respond to our work. If it wasn't interesting, people wouldn't have said anything about it at all. What I love about it is either people loved it, and a lot of people did, or they hated it. And I have no problem sitting right in the center of that because it means that people care. One of the good things about poetry doesn't describe an experience. Good poetry is an experience. And so I reimagine poetry as a core discipline in the way we think about strategy, because with a very series of powerful words, you can change someone's perspective about the way they might see something. Brands live in 2 places. And one's an internally facing question, which is about authenticity, is about who we are as a company. And then relevance, which is an externally facing question, which is what is the world looking for and how are you congruent with the culture? I don't think that's true anymore. I think it is about still being authentic, but not being relevant, about being remarkable, about being extraordinary, about being amazing. Because if you're not extraordinary, no one's going to pay attention to it. I don't think you have to have this idea that it has to be always timeless. As long as it's a good, potent expression of whatever it is that your intent is, and you bring your heart to it, and you bring sincerity to it, and you bring clarity to it, I think it'll resonate whether it looks like it's dated or not. You know, what's interesting to me is how things change. I mean, 15 years ago, the work of the 1980s looked really dated.
Right.
Now the work of the 1980s looks, for the last 4 or 5 years, it was looking really fresh to me. Mm-hmm. It's all context. And the second quote comes from Ray Eames herself. And she said, a designer is like a good host, anticipating the needs of their guest. So the word anticipating is a word for me that was far more powerful in creating than empathy, but anticipating is a future-facing value. That means what might people need? What might people like? What might people want that we can get ahead of and create for them even before they know it? And so that's a principle that my firm embraces every day, which is anticipating what our clients and what people might want. Our job is to get our clients into the future as quickly as possible. And the word anticipation is the best value to help us get there.